A Long Walk to Water by Linda Sue Park. 1985 Sudan. 11-year-old Salva is forced from his home by war. To the bush, Salva, run! Run into the bush! Teacher shouts penetrate through my head. Only the explosions are more deafening. Moving with herds of other displaced tribes, Salva fights back fear, knowing the journey ahead of him commands it.
The amount of people is overwhelming. Whispered voices trembled. Panic rises in our hearts. The village is gone. My village is gone.
Logging hundreds of miles, plagued by loss, Salva pushes himself forward. He wills himself to finish the trek that may eventually lead him back to his family.
Weeks later, still walking in search of refuge, I am so worn. My shoes are but threads. The group has diminished greatly. Many who hid well from hungry lions and enemy soldiers could not hide from starvation, dehydration, or cholera from contaminated drinking water. Oh, but how do I resist?
2008, Southern Sudan, 23 years later. Young Naya completes the 8-hour task of receiving much-needed water for her family. The contaminated water is all that will keep her family alive. For most of my 11 years, I have spent 8 hours a day walking from home to pond, pond to home, pouring in and pouring out of this same plastic jug, convincing myself, Naya, there is no pain in your soles, no ache in your abdomen, and no unquenchable thirst in your throat. Almost a man, Salva has grown accustomed to life in a refugee camp.
At 17, to break the monotony, I allow my mind to wander. After 6 years in a refugee camp, does one still qualify as displaced?
With no rain in sight, Naya's family must relocate to the big pond again. Each year they move closer and closer to survive, even though the water there is no cleaner than the first. No more rain has forced us from our home yet again. Every year we have to move back and forth, back and forth. Just be thankful, Naya, the Dulan tribes are too hungry to fight. Yet again government unrest has driven Salva from his home. A year and a half later, under his lead, and thousands of miles, he arrives with 1,200 young men in Kenya. It is there that Salva finally finds hope.
Uneasiness fills the camp. The dark warning, Salva, the camp is closing. Salva, we are doomed, captures my thoughts. Early morning gunfire sends it reeling.
27 years later, Salva's dedication to his homeland comes in the form of Wells. Young Naya's life is about to be transformed by a man she has never known. Whispers spread through the village like wildfire. Iron monsters infiltrate the camp. Who is this man, and why is he so interested in our water?